gamification by publishers. There's going to be gamification by folks that are trying to feed data into the system. There's going to be content restrictions driven by the owners and operators of the algorithm because of pressure they're going to get from shareholders and others. TikTok continues to tighten what's allowed to be posted because community guidelines keep changing because they're responding to public pressure. I think you'll see the same with all these AI systems, and you'll probably see government intervention in trying to have a hand in that one way and the other. So, I don't think it's going to be... So you feel
they should have some responsibility is what I'm hearing, because they're doing this...
Yeah, I think they're going to end up inevitably having to, because they have a bunch of stakeholders. The stakeholders are the shareholders, the consumers,
advertisers,
the publishers, the advertisers. So all of those stakeholders are going to be telling the owner of the models, the owner of the algorithms, the owner of the systems, and saying, here's what I want to see and here's what I don't want to see. And as that pressure starts to mount, which is what happened with search results, it's what happened with YouTube, it's what happened with Twitter, that pressure will start to influence how those systems are operated. And it's not going to be this let it run free and wild system.
There's such
and by the way, that's always been the case with every user-generated content platform, right? With every search system, it's always been the case that the pressure mounts from all these different stakeholders. The way the management team responds, ultimately evolves it into some editorialized version of what the founders originally intended. And, editorialization is what media is. It's what newspapers are. It's what search results are. It's what YouTube is. It's what Twitter is. And now I think it's going to be what all the AI platforms will be.
Sachs, I think there's a pretty easy solution here, which is bring your own algorithm. We've talked about it here before. If you want to keep your Section 230 a little surgical, as we talked about earlier, I think you mentioned the surgical approach. A really easy surgical approach would be here's the algorithm that we're presenting to you. So when you first go onto the For You, here's the algorithm we've chosen as a default. Here are other algorithms. Here's how you can tweak the algorithms. And here's transparency on it. Therefore, it's your choice. So we want to maintain our 230, but you get to choose the algorithm, no algorithm, and you get to slide the dials. If you want to be more extreme, do that, but it's you're in control, so we can keep our 230. We're not a publication.
Yeah, so I like the idea of giving users more control over their feed, and I certainly like the idea of these social networks having to be more transparent about how the algorithm works. Maybe they open source it. They should at least tell you what the interventions are. But look, we're talking about a Supreme Court case here, and the Supreme Court's not going to write those requirements into a law. I'm worried that the conservatives on the Supreme Court are going to make the same